name is Eudosia Bravo Juanitas. I was born here in Ipil, Barbasa, Antique, Philippines. The year March 1911. My parents come from a different race. My pure Chinese, born in China, and my mother is half Chinese, half Filipino. I grew up by growing up when I was attending school primary. It is in the small town of Inalinan, Barbasa, Antique, and I finished there. My father has different kind of business. He has his own merchandise, yeah, and yeah, we own a store, and the store was managed by my brother Pedro Bravo, see, for how many years until they went bankrupt. He was not staying with my mother. They separated. My mother had his own house in the beach, and he stayed there by himself with his own son, Manuel. He was helping him. So my father, he stayed as a merchant until he retired. There was not a very good family relations because almost every afternoon my father would go to the coconut grove and drink some tuba there, it comes from coconut. When he comes home, he makes he's already drunk, so he doesn't know what he's doing. So he fights with my mother. So I was really very unhappy. Of all of them, I was always crying. Almost every night they will fight and fight. Throw all our things from the kitchen and throw it outside. Because see, my father was drunk already. See, we have only one house, and all of us sleep in one room like this, one after the other. See, but you will enjoy it because all of you are there. See? I always cry, and then my father hit me because he doesn't want anybody to cry. But I'm very sensitive. I cry and cry and cry, and it takes a long time for me to finish crying. And the covering of our house, is made of lipa palms. So what I do, I sit down there, and because I am so rebellious, I will never stop crying. I keep on tearing and tearing the part of that palm wood, palms, until there is a hole there, until I get tired and feel sleepy. See? And then my father always, I think of all the punishment that I received, my father was the one who punished me more. Because he's the guy that doesn't like to hear crying. But you cannot help that. When you are hurt already, you have to shout and cry. Then at that time, I graduated high school in Manila. Graduated high school in San Jose. I went back to the Philippines, to Barbasa. I mingled with all the boys, my classmates. See? And those boys, are really crazy. When they are sitting, they will put their feet like this, and then you stumble. So that makes you irritable. So that's why I fight with them. And I was not afraid to fight. At that time, my father, was getting shorted in things because look how many children we are. We were 12, and two died at an early age, and 10 was able to be educated. In my brother's career that needed more attention in medical school. And at that time, my brother was an intern, but he has no money, even for internship. So the money that give me in the hospital, three pesos a month. I could save even 1 peso for that and give to my brother. In the Philippines, once you are born, your parents just bring you to the church and get the baptism there. But you don't know whether you are a Catholic or not.
Your house was across from the Aglapayan church, so that's why you went there?
Yeah, that's all for the purpose because it's near. And the one you have, the Catholic is you walk how many miles?
And then how did you get converted to Catholic?
In the second year high school, most of my friends in San Jose were all Catholic. See, then I had a thought of getting baptized. So one one or two of them was my godparents. In St. Paul's, we know I was there already taking nursing. Mostly all the people there are Ilocanos. You know, they are from another part of the Philippines. See, the Philippines is made up of three places. The northern, mostly Ilocanos. The middle one is Visayas, and the third one is Luzon, Mindanao, Moros.
Mm-hmm.
See, where we were was mostly Tagalog,
Mm-hmm.
where Manila was. But you see, the dietitian there is an Ilocana and same class of bitter melon. And you don't know what is happening now. They are just making a good juice of bitter melon, sell it in the market, and it is not bitter. It's
Anymore.
good when you went there.
Yeah.
Did you taste it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I was working in Haniway, but that is away from my place where I was born. Antique is Haniway is in Iloilo, and mine where I it's in Panay Island. That's Iloilo, Panay, and Capiz are in one island, all three in one island. It so happened that I was assigned in Haniway, Iloilo by the public health nurse when I graduated there. Somebody was telling me that he's coming there because he's going to get a wife. See, he was I think looking at all the Filipino girls, you know, we wanted to marry because the wife just died, so he went there for vacation.
So when you got married, and then he brought you back by ship.
Yeah,
Yeah. Do you remember which era? Which was
Cleveland. It's Cleveland.
Yeah.
In here in San Francisco. I was very cold and I do have no sweater, and it was kind for a Filipino there to lend me, to give me his own old sweater. In the beginning, well, it's quite hard, you know, because it is not your own child. You don't have your own feeling of what. But you see, I was determined whatever I'll do. I said, I'll go to America no matter what we'll do. I didn't care for anything.
Mhm.
See, I just want to go back, to come here and look what be my destiny is.
Mhm.
I mean, there were some circumstances that we cannot get along with the children.
Uh-huh.
I felt so lonesome or anything, you know, that happened to me, and I want to run away. Then I left you.
Mhm. With the babysitter.
Yeah, I left you, and then I got only Nini. See,
Mhm.
and I even forgot how I got back here. Because my trip to the Philippines, and I stayed there and never come back.
You didn't want to.
Oh, that was later on maybe because I was so depressed and I didn't know what to do with my life, especially with the relationship with the stepchildren.
Uh-huh.
Okay, the employment of your grandpa, he was a contractor, labor contractor. He provides labor to the company. He is making a good one because how many people are needed for cutting for farming the celery when they are small. Then they let all those Filipinos sit down in the planting machine and they get one piece at a time while the machine is going on like that. It was good.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Even women can do it. And then your papa had a crow, which is responsible for the planting. Some are responsible for the one in the packing house.
Yeah.
And your papa is a contractor, to labor contractor. He's able to get all the labor and bring it there to terminus.
And you moved there.
Yeah, move there. And you have already houses, free houses, and all your papa was going to do is to get labor there, and those people pay board and lodging. So that's the way how we make money. Your papa was working in the field, watching those men. I have my own in the packing house, and I take my own bookkeeping.
And then you told me is that when you made mosquito nettings and
Oh, that's before when I arrived right
Oh.
away. I made those
yeah, and
because
then you
there were
sold
lots
it.
of mosquitoes here. So I put some yard nets and make mosquitoes, make mosquito net, and sell it to those farm labor.
Bananas.
We have also gambling there, but I never entered in gambling. Only all the laborers there gamble,
Mhm.
and that's the way how your papa make money. We were together with so many Filipinos there, that from our place, Antique. So we had thought of organizing in a business. We had already working only, I think 1 year only. It started to be good. Then suddenly, uh, it was not going to be good. So I went around and looked at the shelves, and there are few canned foods now in the shelf. So I told your grandpa, I said, we better sell this because there's no more merchandise there. So we did
Mhm.
right away. You see, uh, I have no help. I get help from all my children when they come home to sell and to watch the
Mhm.
business. And then I hired one Filipino guy that I found out that he was stealing some money.
Mhm.
So I said, we better, when I found out that he was stealing the money, so I told him not to come back anymore to work right away.
Mhm. Mhm.
Otherwise, we have nothing.
How did Papa get the hotel?
Oh, that was later on when there was gambling. We were only partners with Johnny Latusa.
And the two lawyers.
Yeah, 2 years. That's all.
I didn't even know
Then
about the
later
lawyers.
on, they had the hotel and they gave the business to your papa.
And then he used to have a lot of the laborers go to his hotel. We had that until the overpass went through.
Yeah, they abolished the building. That's
Yeah.
why there was no more.
Yeah.
After the war only, there was no chance for any Filipino or any other nationality if they don't take examination.
Mhm.
They won't allow you. But you see, the Filipinos were not given a chance at all, not until after the war. When they found out that the Filipinos had worked hard in the fight, then they favored the Filipinos.
Mhm.
Right away, they were given a chance to get into nursing or any other career. They were so good to the Filipinos. So I went to Manila to study nursing in St. Paul's Hospital for 3 years. After 3 years, I took public health nursing in the University of the Philippines. After I graduated, I was assigned by the Poriculture Center in Iloilo, Aniway. And I stayed there only for 1 year. Then we were allowed to practice, in the municipality and visit those babies, and bury and deliver babies in their homes. See? Then, if you could deliver babies, about 20 of them without doctor supervision, they give you a license as a midwifery.
Mhm.
See?
Yeah.
And I have the license for midwifery without taking any examination. When you graduate at a certain place, they put the things there that you did complete
Mhm. Uh-huh.
in your record.
Yeah.
And it says there that I have completed my record for just 30 hours. And after 30 hours, this superintendent told me that I need some more training.
Mhm.
I said, oh no, because I was ready already. We were all students. Because whenever anybody backbite me and I know that they're talking about me, I fight back. Say, it was an occasion, that they were murmuring about myself. So you know what I did? I go to that lady urine and tore all her blouse and dump her on the floor.
Oh, you
And
fought
then the
with it.
superintendent of nurses, you know, that's American sisters, told me, I said, don't do that anymore, he told me. I said, sister, if ever she will meet me mad again, I'm going to do it again, sister, I said. I was not afraid to say anything.
Yeah.
Because once I'm right, I'm right. After my graduation, didn't know what to do. I didn't know what to do or get any career or what. But I told my brother Dionisio that to be prepared only if there is an opening in nursing in Manila. So as soon as he knew, he wrote me right away that to come and pack. And so I packed right away and went to St. Paul's Hospital and studied there nursing for, I was telling you, 3 years as in the hospital, 1 year in University of the Philippines, and then I went to work with the Agriculture Center and came here to settle step in Stockton.
Mhm. So you don't have any more plans, just living day by day.
You know, my friends that have disappeared, you know,
Uh-huh.
and then I'm living more than them, more days.
Yeah, you
See?
outlived them.
And I don't know what will be the next.
Who? The next one to die, you mean?
Yeah.
To pass away?
See, you see, with this cup of mine here, you could hardly breathe anymore. Look like I was going to die. I said to my Lord, don't let me die first. I have not done so much yet. See? Be true to the highest your mind can conceive. Let your life be the witness of what you believe, and unto God leave all the rest.